So now we'll be starting with the new concept, that is Kirchhoff's rule. Now Kirchhoff's rule is basically used to calculate the current and the potential difference across the combination of a complex structure or the complex electric circuit. Now the Kirchhoff rules basically comprises of two rules. One is the junction rule and other is the loop rule. Now the junction rule states that the amount of current which is approaching a particular junction is equal to the amount of current exiting the junction. For example, if we talk about this kind of a pattern where let's say a 6 ampere of current is coming and approaching this junction and 1 ampere of current is going away. So if we say that the current is moving out of this junction, so the total current approaching the junction is 6 ampere. So the amount of current which is going away from the junction has to be 6 ampere only. So if 1 ampere is going in this direction, the other remaining part, that is 5 ampere, must go in this direction. But for an instance, if 6 ampere is approaching this junction and 1 ampere is also approaching this junction, so the current which will be exiting out of this junction will be the total current entering into the junction. The total current entering into the junction is 7 ampere. So the amount of current which will be moving out of the junction will be 7 ampere. So this is the junction rule of Kirchhoff, and the other is the loop rule. Now we will talk about this loop rule in detail in the numerical part, but the loop rule says that there are certain sign conventions which are based. We will talk about those sign conventions also, but according to the loop rule, the algebraic sum of the EMF, the sum of all the EMF which are in a particular loop is always equal to the sum of the product of current and the resistances in that loop. Now this loop rule has to be explained properly, so we will discuss about certain numericals and we'll talk about the sign conventions which are also used in this loop rule. So we'll talk about certain circuit diagram and then we will discuss this junction rule and loop rule in detail. Now for the sign conventions, what we will do, we will select a particular loop in the circuit and we will assume a particular direction of the current, let's say clockwise or anti-clockwise. To make it less complicated, it would be better you choose always the clockwise or anti-clockwise so that there is no confusion. I generally prefer everything clockwise. So if we consider the current clockwise, then if there is certain battery in the circuit and the direction which is of the current which is close to the battery is from positive to negative, then for positive to negative we will take the EMF as negative, and if the direction is negative to positive, then we will take the EMF as positive. For example, in this circuit, say we have this battery and I have assumed a particular direction of the current as, let's say, clockwise. So when we talk about this left side, the battery is on the left side and the direction is upward. So upward means negative to positive. So from negative to positive, the EMF, let's say the EMF is 5 volt. So the EMF will be taken as plus 5 volt as it is in the negative to positive direction. But if I have a battery here, let's say 6 volt. So this is E1 and this E2 is of 6 volt. So the direction here is downward. Downward means if we talk about this battery, positive to negative, so positive to negative is negative. So this E2 should be taken as minus 6 volt. So these are the directions or the sign conventions used for the batteries. Now the sign convention used for the resistances, we let's say the current flows in this manner. So the current, the resistance is, let's say, 5 ohm. If the direction is, let's say, if we see the direction which we have considered is towards right, and the direction of the current passing through the resistor is also towards right, so it has to be taken as positive. But if the direction is opposite to the direction which we have assumed, so the resistance or the product of I into R will be taken as negative. And if in this case, let's say I1 is flowing, so the product of I1R will be taken as positive, just because it is in the same direction.